Damon Bradshaw from Chaparral Motorsports here. We're out on the track at Anaheim 2. Holding the camera for me is Mr. Siebler.
How's it going, guys? Got Damon Bradshaw here. We're gonna show you guys track tonight. Try to break it down and give you some insight on how these guys are gonna ride it.
So hey, Cole, when you come out here on the track, I mean, obviously the whole shot's a whole shot, and that's really what you're going for, right? And then once you get through the whole shot, what are you thinking?
Well, it depends on if you're getting through there in first place or in the back of the pack. Right. Track tonight's going to be, I think, really difficult. I think it's soft with all the weather we had and all the rain we had. It's going to get ruddy. You noticed that Musquin was fastest in practice this week, and it's the first week that we've had whoops where you're able to kind of jump through them.
Okay.
He seems like he struggles a bit when they're big, and you got to skim him, but he's great at jumping through the whoops. So I think Marvin will be really good tonight. What do you think, Damon, about the track here? You've raced a lot of Anaheims. Dirt's pretty good tonight, huh?
As always, the start's going to be important, but the cool thing tonight is the Triple Crown. So the guys are going to get a second and third chance, obviously, for an overall. They got to finish well in all of them. But I really like that format because I think with this many good guys, it's going to be nice for them to all have multiple chances. So I think for an overall, it's going to be tough.
So as far as the track goes, what do you think is the most difficult section out here on the track today?
You know, we were watching practice earlier, and the whoops were really big. They cut them down, so that's going to change it. But I think the whoops, still with how soft it is, they're going to get ruddy and get kind of lines in them, and they're going to be tricky tonight. And a couple rhythms over here.
We typically don't get to see that kind of ruts, you know, unless you're, for me, in like a Seattle or somewhere like that. But as you can see, man,
Those are pretty deep.
the ruts are deep. Sitting in the stands on TV doesn't do it justice.
So what's the trick to riding ruts like this?
You know, it does separate a lot of guys. A lot of guys get it and they don't look right at the front tire. They look where they want to go, and that really helps. And you'll see ruts really change it up for everybody. But I think obviously, you know, there's so many jumps and so many different rhythms over on the far side that the whoops and the ruts are going to separate the guys.
Those are big ruts in there, huh? On the track.
Yeah, usually the sand sections, you know, get berms pushed out, but it's just so much moisture in the dirt that it really is rutting up this week.
And that's really different. We're not really used to that down here.
Especially, you know, with the moisture, and they had it covered all week, but it settles in between all the transitions, so it gets really soft, and then the obstacles, the actual lips get dry, so what gets kind of sketchy is when you get a rut in the bottom of the transition, and then you hit the hard section of the lip, and you get little kickers. Those will form in certain sections tonight, and the track gets pretty gnarly when it gets that way, so some of these rhythms, you have to look out for that.
We try to catch it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, let's go do the triples.
They definitely did a good job, man, keeping the mud pushed off. And
Yeah.
I mean, look at this leading up to this. It's raining for 4 days, and it looks pretty good.
The dirt's about as perfect as it's going to get. See the triple here. All these are about the same each weekend, about 65 to 70 feet. Really steep. You don't want to come up short. Definitely don't want to come up short on these. They're pretty peaked out, and it doesn't feel good.
This is incredible.
There we go. This rhythm section at least.
Definitely looks like the inside's the dominant line. Huh?
It's just so tacky. All these little inside ruts, you get so much traction that it's going to be a big advantage. Guys coming through here, what were they doing in practice? They were coming out of here too, hitting this inside, going two, and there was a pretty big rhythm in here somewhere that Eli was doing. I wonder if he's going to say, you think he's going to save that for the mains? He did it once or so in practice, so that's something he might be able to pull out in the main event, huh?
I don't know that the guys are going to be able to hold back on anything. I think they're going to have to lay it all on the table tonight to be different and be that just a little bit faster than everybody else and consistent. You know, that's what I think is so cool about this format.
Yeah, you know, in 12 laps, even though they're kind of short 3 in a row, so, you know, some endurance does come into play there too. But really, anyone, there's about 8 guys that could win this race tonight with the format.
Yeah, you got good starters, and you got guys that race better early on in the main event, and then you have guys that don't come on until later. So maybe that's going to be the round 3.
And we're going to give a plug to our fly guy, Blake Baggett. Man, got his first win last weekend. He rode really good. He looked good in practice when we were watching today. Huh? You think he could be a player tonight?
A great confidence builder.
So as the night goes on, these tabletops, they're really tricky to get off. But when you get here where everyone's landing and you get a little pocket, a little bump to help you kind of get off the table easier. So they're actually harder when they're fresh because it's completely flat. And you see right here this little hole that helps get a little pop off this table. So I think what I saw, yeah, they were coming up onto the table and off 3 right here, and then hitting that table and jumping on top of that next tabletop, and then bouncing off into the corner. It was pretty fast.
Seemed to be the fast.
Big too. So these guys were landing right here on this 3-footer on the downside. That thing's steep. You don't want to come up short on that thing. You can see a couple areas where they're hanging the rear tire just a bit, and then hitting that table and going to that. That's big, that next table.
I mean, that's basically the length of a triple jump off of something a lot smaller on the takeoff.
Real tight transition there too.
Right, they were going on and then off.
On, off. See, if you don't do that and you just go table to single, you know, it pops you pretty high, and then you got to go high again into the corner. So the guys really want to stay low. So if they're able to get all the way onto that tabletop and bounce off, you stay low on that last, and you come into that corner with a lot of speed. I know we're not going to be able to
65 or
big. And then this section, we're not going to be able to walk it because they're working on it. But there's a real big section here. They're coming out of that corner, going over. They're going on off. And then they're hitting that table where that dozer's on, and they're going 3 or 4, call it 4, and 3 out. That's a big section too, so I think that'll be a key line tonight as well. Anaheim usually gets so hard packed. Every corner we've seen is just super tacky. I mean, this is pretty rare the dirt's this good here. Especially second round after the monster trucks have been on at Monster Jam and second race.
Their
usually
guys don't get enough credit, man. They do one heck of a job.
They do a really good job. They busted their ass butt getting this thing ready.
I'll tell the truth.
Yeah. Another thing unique from when you used to race, these great starts. I mean, it's hard. You guys got to practice on these greats to be good, and I've never started on one myself, but seems like
it makes it more consistent for everybody.
Yeah.
Because the ground is always different texture, and the rut's a little deeper, or the ground's harder, so.
Makes it more even for the guys. You know, if you don't have a great pick, you don't have to deal with a rut that might be crooked or deep and have to spend time getting it. So you gotta.
I agree.
So what's the key to tonight's start?
We were just talking about that. I've never personally started on a grate. I don't think Damon has either, and so it's kind of new to us. But I think you're going to see guys starting in the middle. I think by the box is always a good spot because you have room. If you're by the box when you get out, you have room to go left or right where there's that open spot, and it gives you a little better angle.
Not to have inside being dominant.
Yeah.
It's so hard. They need an Anaheim wall down there. And it's not there.
Who's going to win tonight?
You know, I'm going to call Ken Roxon.
Ooh, Roxon.
I think
Nice
Roxon's
call.
going to win.
Nice call.
He's been on it this last
Thanks for
week.
joining us on the track walk.
Thank you for having us, and glad you guys got to join
Thanks
us.
to Fly Racing for allowing us to hang out with them and be able to get some great insights like this.